All right, let's start today with a little bit of a reality check. It is Friday, January 30th, 2026.
Yep.
We're settling into the new year, and I want to look at the landscape of youth sports in America right now. So, to kick things off, I have a trivia question for you.
Oh, okay. I love a pop quiz to start the deep dive. Lay it on me.
Okay, so if I ask you to name the single fastest growing youth sport in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
looking at the fresh 2025 data we just got,
Uh-huh.
where are you putting your money?
Okay, well, thinking about the calendar, the Men's World Cup is coming to the U.S. in just a few months.
Right.
The hype is. It's massive. So the logical, traditional answer will probably be soccer.
Soccer?
Or maybe basketball, just because it's so easy to, pick up and play.
See, that is exactly what I thought. It's what everyone thinks is the logical answer.
I have a feeling it's not the right one.
It's not. According to this fresh data released by i9 Sports last month, it is not soccer. It's not baseball. Not even basketball.
It's girls' flag football.
It is girls' flag football. And I have to say, the numbers are not just creeping up, they are absolutely exploding.
It's like a vertical line on the graph instead of a curve.
Exactly. And that really is our mission for this deep dive. We're unpacking a massive stack of research today.
That big one.
Yeah, we've got the hard data from i9 Sports, detailed profiles from NFL.com, reporting from ESPN, and some really gritty, fascinating personal stories, too.
And when you put it all together, all these sources, they really only point to one conclusion.
Which is?
We are watching in real time the dismantling of maybe the oldest stereotype in American sports, that football is strictly a man's game.
And what's so crucial about the sources today is just the scope of this. This isn't just a feel-good story about a few peewee leagues.
No, this is a structural shift. It's happening in elementary schools, it's happening at the high school varsity level, and it's happening all the way up in the C-suites of the NFL.
So let's start with that grassroots explosion. Where do we even begin with numbers like these?
You have to start with that i9 Sports report, the fastest growing sports for kids. It's really the foundation for all of this.
Okay.
So get this. In the 2024-2025 academic year, high school girls' flag football participation jumped 60%. 60.
Hold on, let me just pause on that.
Sure.
60%. In a mature sports market like the U.S., I mean, usually you see growth of, what, 2%? 3%?
Right, it's usually incremental. 60% in 1 year is just, it's unheard of. We're talking about nearly 69,000 new players in just 12 months.
Wow.
But here's the stat from the report that really, really blew my mind. If you zoom out just a little bit to the first post-pandemic surveys, participation has climbed, roughly 388%.
388%.
Yep.
That is not a trend. That is a rocket ship.
It really is. And the report actually calls it a movement, not a fad. You've now got over 20 states sanctioning it as a varsity high school sport.
Which gives it legitimacy.
Totally. I mean, scholarships, state championships, prestige, all of it.
But I have to ask, why now? I mean, why is 2025, 2026 the tipping point for girls in football?
The report points to 3 things: fast, social, and accessible.
Okay.
Flag football moves quick, it's really social, which helps keep kids in the sport, and you don't need $500 worth of pads and a helmet.
And I have to assume the safety element is playing a huge role here, too.
Yeah.
I mean, parents are way more conscious of head injuries now.
Oh, absolutely. That's a huge underlying factor, but there's another massive catalyst that we cannot ignore.
You're talking about the Olympics?
The Olympics.
Yeah.
Flag football is officially on the schedule for LA 2028.
And that just changes everything.
It changes the entire psychology. Suddenly, a 12-year-old girl isn't just playing a rec league game, she's playing a potential Olympic sport.
Yeah.
She can dream of a gold medal.
It gives a pathway. It's not a dead end at age 14 anymore.
Precisely. And speaking of elite pathways, I want to pull in the NFL.com source here.
Okay.
Because they profiled 2 women who are, absolute titans in this space, Diana Flores and Vanita Crouch.
Diana Flores.
Yeah.
She's the captain of the Mexican national team, right? The one who won gold in 2022.
That's her. She's a global icon for the sport. And Vanita Crouch is the USA quarterback. But what's so fascinating is how the NFL used them.
Right. This wasn't just a celebrity appearance.
No. At the 2023 Pro Bowl games, the NFL brought them in as offensive coordinators for the AFC and NFC teams.
I just want everyone listening to picture that for a second. You have NFL superstars, guys making $50 million a year in a huddle, taking play calls from these 2 women.
It makes a huge statement. It proves that football IQ is not gendered. These women were drawing up plays for Pro Bowlers, and the plays worked.
So we have flag just absolutely exploding. That's the non-contact side.
All right.
But to really get this cultural shift, we have to look at the other side of the coin,
Mhm.
because girls are breaking into traditional tackle football too.
And that's a different battle. That's more like breaking down a door that was big to keep you out.
Exactly. I want to talk about Kim Chaffin. We found this transcript from a YouTube video.
Hmm.
It's just this raw story about a 7th grader.
And her origin story is it's pure football mythology. The source says she grew up playing in ditches with the boys.
The ditches. You can't write it better than that.
It's so classic, right? Mud, dirt, no refs. That's where you learn toughness.
And her coach, James Bryant, was pretty honest. He said he was skeptical. He basically gave her a shot, probably thinking she'd quit after the first big hit.
Which is the standard bias. They can't take the hit.
But she didn't. She was the second-string quarterback, and the best part was her teammates' reaction.
Yeah, you'd expect middle school boys to be weird about it.
But they weren't. One of them just said, "I think it's good because she's just as good as everybody else."
That's it. That's the whole story right there. She's just as good. Competence dissolves prejudice.
And that theme of competence, it actually bridges us perfectly to another story, this one from Refinery 29, about Julia Knapp.
Oh, this story is incredible. It's from a few years ago, so she was really ahead of this current wave.
So she's a teenager in North Carolina. She's bored, messing around with a football.
And just crushes it.
Absolute crushes it. A video gets to the coach, who drives to the school just to see it with his own eyes. Next thing you know, she's the kicker.
And kickers have often been that entry point for women in tackle. It's the first crack in the wall.
But Julia's story has this one moment that it captures everything. It was homecoming night.
Oh, this scene is my favorite part of the whole stack.
Mine too.
So she gets voted homecoming queen, but she's also the starting kicker.
Right.
So at halftime, she's out there in her full pads, her yellow jersey, helmet in one hand, and they put the glittering crown on her head.
That image, it just broke the entire visual dictionary of high school sports. You're either the queen or the athlete. You're not supposed to be both.
Exactly. And she was voted offensive player of the game that same night. She embodied both.
But was it all smooth sailing? There's usually some resistance.
The team loved her. The coach loved her.
Yeah.
But the article mentions this one critic, a random 6-year-old boy in the stands.
What'd he say?
He just yelled, "Boys rule and girls drool." And it sounds silly, but it's so telling. The resistance wasn't from the guys who saw her work every day. It was from a 6-year-old who'd already learned that girls don't play football.
Which is why seeing people like her and the ones who came before her, like Sam Gordon, is so important.
Sam Gordon is a legend, started at age 9, and actually sued to create a girls' tackle league in Utah.
And Tony Harris, who got a scholarship to play safety.
A hitting position, yeah. A massive leap forward.
Okay, so we've covered the grassroots, the pioneers in tackle,
Mm-hmm.
but none of this becomes permanent unless the structure at the very top changes.
Right. If the front office is still a boys' club, you eventually hit a ceiling.
And that's where the NFL.com source on the 15 women who are changing the game just to me.
Yeah.
It really surprised me. I expected, marketing VPs, HR directors.
No, it's a completely different world now. We're talking about presidents and chiefs.
Let's start with Sandra Douglas Morgan.
President of the Las Vegas Raiders, the first black woman to lead an NFL team.
And her background isn't even in football. She was the chair of the Nevada Gaming Control Board.
That's a heavy-duty job. It shows the NFL is looking for raw competence, period, not just football guys.
And then there's Kathy Lanier, NFL Chief Security Officer.
Her backstory it's just incredible. A single mom at 15, dropped out of high school,
Wow.
got her GED, and rose through the ranks to become the chief of police for D.C. Now she secures the Super Bowl.
The pressure of that role is just unimaginable.
It demands absolute authority, and she's the one running it.
So we're seeing women enter through these highly specialized, high-competence routes: security, law, and scouting.
Scouting is the holy grail. That's the inner sanctum. For years, the argument was, well, women can't scout because they never played.
And yet we have Nancy Meyer.
Director of Scouting Administration for the Patriots. She's been with the team since 1974.
1974. That's a completely different NFL.
Totally. She started when women were almost exclusively secretaries. Now she's an institution.
And on the newer side, there's Ashton Washington with the Bears.
Right. She represents the new pipeline. Started in a diversity fellowship. Now she's their first full-time female scout. It shows those programs are working.
We also have to mention officiating. Sarah Thomas.
The first full-time female official.
And first to officiate a Super Bowl. I mean, when you put a woman in that striped shirt on that stage, it just signals that Authority in this sport isn't male exclusive anymore. Not at all. There's one more layer to this. We've talked players, execs, scouts,
Mm.
but there's another group that shapes how we perceive all of it.
The storytellers, the media.
Exactly. The NFL.com source highlighted Chanel Smith-Walker, the Panthers team photographer.
Yeah, she is literally framing how we see the athletes. She decides what a hero shot looks like. That visual language is so important.
And then Maria Rodriguez with the Steelers, their international content manager.
She's building the next generation of fans in Spanish-speaking countries. That's crucial for the NFL's growth.
I also love the note from Haley Elwood, the Chargers reporter. She said she was hired by women for almost every job she's had.
That's the network effect. One woman breaks through, she pulls others up. It creates an ecosystem.
So let's bring this all full circle. We started with a trivia question, but looking at the whole picture, what does this actually mean for the sport itself?
Well, what we're seeing is vertical integration. There's now a clear path from a 7-year-old girl playing flag to a high schooler playing tackle to a woman scouting talent to a woman running the entire team.
The ladder is finally built.
And here's the so what for the listener, for the fan on the couch.
Why should they care?
Because it's about talent. It's just a numbers game. When you exclude half the population, you are limiting your talent pool. For quarterbacks, for scouts, for executives.
You're leaving talent on the table.
Leaving so much talent on the table. When you double that pool, the sport just gets smarter, it gets better, the product on the field improves.
Better minds, better athletes, a better game. It's not just about fairness, it's about quality.
A better NFL.
I want to leave everyone with one final thought. We mentioned the 2028 Olympics in LA. With flag football debuting, we are about to see the first generation of American women who can realistically dream of winning an Olympic gold medal in football.
That is going to be a powerful, powerful image.
And think about what that does to the marketing. Think about the Super Bowl ads in 10 years. They won't just be NFL quarterbacks selling trucks.
It could be gold medalist women quarterbacks selling them.
Exactly. And that is going to change the culture of this sport in ways we can't even predict yet.
It's a whole new ballgame, literally.
It certainly is. Thank you for taking this deep dive with us into the gridiron shift. We'll catch you on the next one.
See you then.